disgust and their indignation about what is happening to wildlife of our time, and in particular what is happening to the elephants and the rhinos. You here today are going to make your voices known, and you're going to make your voices known where it counts, in the corridors of power. All over the world, people are going to be presenting demands. And what are they going to be demanding? They're going to be demanding an end to the ivory trade.
Yes!
An end to the abuse of animals.
Yes!
An end to the use of ivory for trinkets, for useless ornaments. Do you know something? If the Chinese government today, with a stroke of a pen, said we are not going to allow the sale and use of ivory, that would be the single most important thing in the world, which could prevent the continued slaughter of elephants. And I'm going to tell you some facts here. When I first got involved in the elephant business, which was 30 or 40 years ago, there were 1 million elephants. I'm talking about African elephants. And now what are we? 250,000 if we're lucky, 400,000. It's hard to have a precise number. But we do know that 100 elephants a day are being killed. They are being slaughtered, 100 African elephants. And what's happening to the Asian elephant is perhaps even worse. The Asian elephant down perhaps to 20,000 if we're lucky. In India, I've just been talking to Duncan McNair. Where is Duncan? Here he is. He has just been in a temple in southern India, witnessing how baby elephants are beaten, are hammered, so that they can, be sold off to other parts of Asia for absurd uses. It is tragic. Now you're going to march, you're going to make your voices known. There are some specific demands we have. Number one, there are still some loopholes in the CITES regulations. Still some loopholes. I was in Harare in 1987 at the CITES meeting, which unbelievably allowed the African elephants to be downgraded to Appendix 2 and allowed ivory trade to continue. It was a tragedy. I was also, of course, in 1989. That was a great success, because that was when we first got the international listing for elephants, where we have to keep up the pressure and close all those CITES loopholes. But just having the legislation isn't enough. For years, we've had legal ban on the trade of rhino. Has it happened? Has it helped? Yes, it's helped. But even today, in rhino countries, particularly in southern Africa, the rhino is being poached to extinction. This is a tragedy. Are we going to stop it?
Yes!
We are. Are we going to make the politicians put environmental issues at the top of their agenda?
Yes!
Were you disgusted that not a single political leader making their speeches in the last couple of weeks at their party conference put the emphasis on environment and wildlife?
Yes!
Were you disgusted at the way they just said, no, what we want is economic growth, more and more economic growth? It is disgusting. I was disgusted. And if I had any influence, I would make that disgust known. Now, enough from me. It's a fantastic gathering you've got here. I see members of the House of Lords here. I see Alexander Macmillan. Well done, Alexander Macmillan. I see Ian Redmond. Ian Redmond. Ian is a hero of our time. I see Simon Jones. Where's Simon? Oh, you're there! Well, look at that. My eyes are dim. I cannot see just what's there in front of me. And well done, Denise. Well done, the organizers. What we have to do now is get marching, make our points known, and believe me, this is still a battle that can be won. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you that my new book is out today. And it's called Stanley, I Resume, and it tells about 20 years fighting for animals.